Where's the oxygen at?
If you ever watched an NFL game, you might have on occasion seen players wear oxygen masks on the sidelines. It is more common to see offensive or defensive linemen using them after running a lot on the previous play. James Harrison famously used one after his pick six in the Super Bowl. Okay, so what? Fat guys get tired from running a lot and they use oxygen masks to catch their breath. Yeah, there's just one problem. Oxygen masks don't work like that, and there's a reason you only see them on NFL sidelines, but not in any other major sport. When players use oxygen masks, they're breathing in pure oxygen as opposed to normal air, which has other gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and argon. You would think that breathing pure oxygen would be more efficient for the human body to recover, but that's not necessarily true. Several studies have been performed over the years on how high-performance athletes recover by breathing pure oxygen or by just breathing air, and the results are surprising. In the studies, it was discovered that the athletes that received pure oxygen rebounded to normal oxygen saturation levels in their blood in 36 seconds, compared to 49 seconds for athletes that were breathing normal air. The 13-second difference may seem significant, but think about what happens in an NFL game. A defensive player comes off the field after making a stop and he is gassed. He sits down on the bench and waits an absolute bare minimum of 30 seconds to go back on the field. Likely by the time it takes to get the oxygen mask out, his body would have recovered to normal oxygen saturation levels. Very soon after the athlete stops breathing the pure oxygen, its minimal effect disappears. It's simply not enough to affect recovery or performance. Using oxygen masks in the NFL is basically useless. Every medical staff in the league knows this, and it is likely that the majority of players know this as well. The players that do put on oxygen masks use it as a type of placebo effect. They've managed to trick their mind into thinking that they can catch their breath faster with oxygen masks. Okay, fine. Get oxygen masks off the field if they're useless, right? Well, the NFL should for every NFL game except for the ones played at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Denver is the only place that oxygen masks can be useful for players. In higher altitudes like Denver, Colorado, the air is overall thinner than at sea level. So although there's the same amount of oxygen molecules, the body breathes fewer oxygen molecules because they are more spread out. To counteract that, oxygen masks can be used to give an athlete the correct amount of oxygen for breathing recovery after a play. So basically, if the NFL game you are watching is not a Broncos home game and a player is using an oxygen mask, he is retarded. Anyway, thoughts on Von Miller to the Rams?